Hello, YouTube. Welcome. This is my first live here, actually. So hopefully it's all working okay on your end that you are viewing. Maybe I should just check that actually while we are going. Yes, it is live. Fantastic. All right. I want to talk about the gift of receiving. I was talking with one of my friends this morning, and we're just talking about how things happen, and when we're in receiving mode, we also have other things like criticisms or judgments, or other things that come in that are sometimes the opposite of what it is we're manifesting or what it is we're asking for. And it's all part of the receiving. And it really made a lot of sense to me because, often we're manifesting, or we're asking for things, or we are working towards something, right? And we put our receivers out. And when something unexpected comes in that is not what we wanted, we think, oh, that's weird that came in, or why did that come in? And we kind of tend to go in a bit of a victim. The thing is, though, that when we are in receiving mode, we're receiving the contrast as well. And if you can receive the contrast as well as what you're asking for, there's big lessons in that, really big lessons in that. And I know often when I'm pulling cards for people, and we get the cards that are about being closed off and not receiving. The reason of being closed off is, especially like in love or something like that, right? You don't want to get hurt again, so you block it all off. The trouble is, by not wanting to get hurt and remaining blocked, you're not open to receive the love that you desire. But when you are open to receive that love you desire, there is also the risks that come with it. So I want to ask you today, what if you were in acceptance of all of it? What if you could open and be in receiving mode? And when those things come up that you perhaps don't feel comfortable with, you can be in acceptance and receiving of those things as well. So let's have a look at a couple. The first thing, when I'm working with clients, the first thing I do ask them, if I say to them, are you in receiving mode? And they say, yes, I am. First thing I ask is, well, what about a compliment? Do you receive compliments easily? And that would be the first thing that, if you're listening to this, that I would be asking yourself. Do I receive compliments well? Because sometimes there's a lot of friction there. If someone says something, like, oh, I love your hair, or I love your outfit, or you look fantastic today, or I love your energy. Do we say thank you and take it on board? Or do we say, oh, well, I'm glad you're seeing good energy because I'm not feeling it, right? That's all blocking those compliments. And those compliments are you receiving energy. So blocking a compliment or not allowing that in and receiving it is one way that you could be blocking. And if you're blocking in one area, then it's most likely that you are blocking in other areas too. So if you are wanting to manifest something, and you really have been doing all of the things and trying to bring these things into you, and they're not coming, then ask yourself, am I really in receiving mode? And start with compliments. It's the easiest one to kind of go, oh, okay, no, I'm not receiving compliments. Okay, I'm going to consciously accept all compliments that come my way and give them out as well. Giving, receiving. It's a beautiful flow of energy, giving and receiving. So start with compliments. The next thing is gifts. Do you have people offering you gifts of their time, of their energy, physical gifts, and perhaps you're saying no? One thing I learned a long time ago was that receiving, especially from someone else, is such a gift to the giver. So when you are receiving a gift, a compliment, help, money, um, the right words, whatever it is, energy, whatever it is you're receiving as a gift from someone else, by you receiving that, it's actually a gift to the giver. And often, and I think definitely as women, we're like, no, everybody else should receive before we do. No, 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 don't give that to me. Give it to someone who's worthy. Give it to someone who deserves it. No, you keep it, right? We have all these deflections and this resistance to understanding we are worthy to receive. And when we receive, we are really giving a gift to the giver. So that would be the second thing to really have in your consciousness and really ask yourself, am I receiving gifts from other people with ease and with grace and with gratitude and without resistance? Am I thanking them without the, oh, but you shouldn't have excuses, right? Or resistance. And of course, there's money. Are you receiving money? Now, you may say, well, there's no money coming to receive. Well, for me, that is a non-receiving mode. It's a non-receiving energy. And, when I'm working with people, I do encourage them to have lots of different forms of income coming in. And I think that we can restrict ourselves by thinking that money just has to come in through one direction and that's it, and not even consider any other ways that it could come in. And so I want to inspire you, if you're watching this, to really well, let me have a look actually. Yeah. To really have a look at, is there any other inspired ideas or other ways that you could have some type of income coming in for you that perhaps you've resisted, you've said no to, or you just kind of fobbed off like, yeah, no, money just comes to me from this direction and that's it. I'd really encourage you to open up those receiving channels. Now, many, many years ago, I was the same. It's like, no, this is what I do and this is where my money comes. But when I started working with and listening to and being mentored by people who had large income streams, all of them had at least 5 income streams. So it opened me up to understand that income can come in from several different streams or more if we allow it. And I think one of the magic parts of that is that when you're open to that even more ways arrive for money to come to you. And sometimes just out of the blue. So where are you blocking money? Where are you blocking money? One of the other things, just while we're on money, that I will, because it's the same with love actually, that I just want to touch on is, if you aren't in receiving mode, is there, what is the old hurt or the fear that is stopping you from opening? Because, that would be a relevant question. If you can't open up to receive, what is stopping you? What is stopping you? Something from the past? Something someone's told you? A fear of something? It's all from the past. If you can really get yourself in the present and ask yourself, is it really true? And start to overcome or chip away at those fears and really open up to more possibilities. And that's what I love when I'm working one-on-one with people. I really open them up to more possibilities than they have opened themselves up to before. And a lot of those possibilities are about receiving more gifts, more energy, more love, more money, more clients. And it's about opening up those possibilities. And if you can switch to a receiving mode, it really will open up a lot of possibilities for you as well. And the other thing that happens, and this is what creates a lot of fear in people, is that when you do open up, you will get the contrast as well. Life is a contrast. Life is a contrast. You'll get the good with the bad. Not that there is good or bad, but your perception of it. You will get both, right? You'll start receiving success, and you will also need to receive the judgment and the criticism that goes with that. You will start to receive money. You will also need to receive, perhaps some lessons around money with that. And they're all to expand you. The same with love. You start to open up and receive love. You're going to receive the opposite of that in some way as well. Here's the thing, though, that I really want to say about that is to not get stuck in the receiving of that which you don't want. Don't get stuck in that in your mind or in your emotions. Focus on what it is you are receiving that is bringing you joy, and be in acceptance of what comes with that. Because when you are manifesting something, and I see this all the time in my life and in other people's lives, when you are manifesting something, the universe needs to put all sorts of different components together for you to receive that. Now, firstly, if you're not receiving, it might already be there in the ether, but you're not receiving, so it's not going to show up. But secondly, if you are receiving, then some things may need to change for you to actually receive that thing you want. Now, a great example of this is, if you're in a job that you really hate and you're like, oh, I hate this job, I want another job, I don't want to come here anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then the day comes where you get fired or where you get made redundant. And you're really angry about that. It's like, oh, this isn't meant to happen. But that's part of what you're manifesting. And it's kind of the universe saying, okay, well, you don't want it. You don't have to have it anymore. You are free now to go and find the job that you want. Yeah. Now, it doesn't have to come to that, right? But unfortunately, when we're so stubborn about things, and we don't take the intuitive prompts and the inspirational ideas to move forward from something that we don't want, the universe will give us a little push and a nudge, right? And that's just what happens. So what if you see some of the adversities and see some of the things on this roller coaster ride of life, of things simply working out, and falling into place. And it's not easy, this human gig. It is not easy, right? And it's not meant to be easy. If it was super easy, we wouldn't be expanding. But you can live with ease. And that is your choice. No matter what is going on the outside, you can live with ease. You can choose that. And the ease comes when you choose to receive, and you consciously choose how you feel about what it is you're receiving. if it's not exactly how you thought it would look. And so what possibilities are awaiting for you? What possibilities are out there for you in love, in money, in health, in ideas, in creativity, in other people? What's out there waiting for you that perhaps you've not opened yourself up to? There's just a world of possibilities out there, infinite possibilities. And when you are open and in that receiving energy, you will get the ideas, you will get the prompts, you'll get the people, you'll get the opportunities all opening up for you to receive, so that you can move forward in the direction that you are asking to move forward in. So the first thing I would really encourage you to do, to start at the grassroots, are you accepting compliments? That's a really easy one to be conscious of. Are you receiving compliments? Are you receiving gifts of help, energy, time, advice from other people? These two are really easy to start with here, and for you to be consciously aware of whether you are receiving or not. And if you find yourself deflecting any of that, remember that you receiving is a real gift to the giver, whether it is from a person or whether it is from the universe. You receiving is a real gift to the giver. It's this giving and receiving cycle, giving and receiving. And when you give, you just don't know where it's going to come back from. So when you receive something back, that's the completed cycle from when you gave. But it's not necessarily from the same place or the same person. And that was really interesting to learn many years ago as well, because, I was in the mindset a decade ago that, if I helped someone, then they needed to give back to me. And so many are in that mindset, or that's where the giving was going to come back, that I'd receive from them. But that's not the case. I give a lot of things, a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of advice to many, many people. And so many beautiful gifts come back to me from other sources. This is the journey of life. This is what happens. And when you're in that receiving mode, you freely give, because you know that you can freely receive all the beautiful gifts that are coming for you. So I hope that has helped today, and it will allow you to be conscious, really be conscious of whether you are receiving or not. Start small and then expand that to receiving new opportunities, new money streams, new love, new people, new inspired ideas. Start small and then expand that out. And if you would like to work one-on-one with me in that area to really get a true understanding of perhaps where the blocks are, then please reach out, and I'd be happy to help. All right. Blessings to you, and thank you for being here.